I recently divorced my wife, and I don't know how to move forward. My wife and I met during a college retreat. It was one where we signed up for a technology cleanse in a campsite for a few weeks. Over the course of 2 weeks, we grew closer and closer, and after we got back, I asked her out, and our dating life started. We were seen as a perfect couple. We did not fight at all, and were always open with each other about anything that would bother us. There were even instances that she wanted us to get more intimate, but I never wanted to cross that line until marriage out of respect, as she had opened up about being used in her past relationships. We met each other's families, introduced each other to our friend circles, and everything you would expect straight out of a romance novel. There was just one small issue. My mom did not like her, but I fought for her and asked my mom to give her a chance. Her reason for disliking my girlfriend was due to a feeling that she seemed to be quite detached, a trait none of my friends or I, myself, picked up on. After a couple of years, I asked her to marry me, where she broke my heart because said she was not ready. I left it at that and asked again after 2 years or so, at which point she finally said yes. We moved in together and focused on building up our savings to start a family. I genuinely expected a simple and happy life with her, but could never have expected what I discovered after being married for 2 years. At this point, we have been together for 6 years in total and have been married for 2 years before the problems started appearing. We spent a Christmas apart due to limited travel funds and both our families wanting us to visit them. The reason why we did not have much to spend is because we were supposed to build our dream house on the lot we had just purchased. She went to Korea while I went back to China, and I told all my family members how they should expect a mini-me the next time I visit, since our family home was so within reach. However, when we both arrived home, my wife became distant out of nowhere. I tried my best to reconnect to her and discover what happened during her trip, but she was so unresponsive. I kept up my efforts while preparing the biggest Valentine's surprise I have ever thought of to renew her spark. Looking back, it was such a waste of time, effort, and my sanity. 2 days before Valentine's Day, she texted me from work and told me how she couldn't take it anymore and that we had to separate. She did not give any reason as to why and took everything with her that same night and never came back. I was heartbroken. I didn't know what I did wrong, and I wasted so much money and effort booking a dinner on a yacht and surprising her with tickets to her dream vacation in Spain. I spent my entire Christmas bonus for that specific day, and she did not even know what I went through. I spent the next few days wallowing and crying my heart out. I have never experienced this level of heartache and went to a casino for the first time to drown out my pain, but did not feel anything when I wasted $25,000 gambling. I gained so much weight and developed a drinking problem, whereas compared to before, I only drank wine when we eat at a fine dining restaurant. All my friends tried to comfort me, but I couldn't seem to move past it until one of my closest friends, one of her churchmates, reached out to me. He told me how her family told her to move back to Korea when we spent that Christmas apart, and this was her plan from the very start, but only got delayed when we met. This was only the beginning of the shock I would go through as more people came forward. Some were even her close friends. I learned that ever since she got back, she started getting close to a guy in her office. She spent her Valentine's out with the entire office crew, but suspiciously was very close with this one guy only throughout their dinner. Another one of her friends told me that she had been entertaining the idea of going out with this guy once she told me we had to separate. The very thought made me sick. I confirmed that they had gone out on multiple dates and still don't know why she bothered if she was leaving the country later on. I filed for divorce and kept most of what we had built together. But now, I'm left feeling numb. My health is failing, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to move on. I'm scared that I'll never feel like myself again. I wonder if this is what my mom warned me against because she was so quick to destroy all 6 years of our history together and detach herself from it all. I am just glad I held off having a child because I could not bear raising someone through all this. I developed a bad drinking problem and gambled away tens of thousands of dollars to drown out my emotions, and still have not managed to pick myself up from that. I am actively trying to better myself, but I'm not sure where I am headed, if there is a recovery from my situation, or if it is even worth it. Family and friends have shown unconditional love and support for me to return to my old happy self, but I don't think I can. I feel myself becoming this heartless and emotionless person who is now ready to step over anyone and anything that I come across. I am submitting my story here for advice and insights. Thank you, kind people.